Hi, this is a solar oven class. To me, this is one of my favorites because you don't need water to cook and you don't need any fuel to cook. All you use is from the sun. But remember, if there's no sun or there's rain, you have to have other kind of cookers. So never rely on just one thing. You need to have a couple different things going. I made my first sun oven about 10 years ago, like 2 boxes, and you stuffed it and you put foil and a glass on top. And it did pretty good. It got to about 250 degrees. I never got it much more than that, but as we moved it around and took it on trips, every single year the glass broke. And so, not too big of a deal. You just had to buy another $5 piece of glass and put it on, but it was kind of a pain. The thing about these that we really like is that it folds right up, it hooks, the glass is completely protected, and it's got a little handle. It's only about 20 pounds, and it's perfect. You can take it anywhere you want. In the back it has a leg, and this leg adjusts to the sun. Because of course if the sun, say you're using it first thing in the morning and the sun's down low, you will raise this up so the reflectors can come out and capture the sun's rays. The reflectors, they just pop out like this. And they catch the sun's rays, bring it into the center, which is a hard plastic, and it is fully insulated, and it will get up to 400 degrees. Depending when you're using it, of course. If it's August and you're in Yuma, Arizona, might go higher. It's just the thermometer only goes up to 400 degrees. But on the inside, it has a leveling tray. This leveling tray just fits in, and it's wonderful. Because say in the morning I put something in, and then 30 minutes later the sun's higher, so I'm going to need to slide back this thing, and see the leveling tray, how it just moves? So you don't have to stop and open it and take all your food out. You can just keep it in, and the leveling tray will level it. The thing with solar ovens is it's hot air on the inside that's cooking your meal. And it actually makes your food so much better because, like when you're baking in an oven or cooking in an oven, you have steam and it evaporates out. In here, there's no evaporation. So it's almost like a slow cooker. It just cooks in its own juices and just really intensifies the flavor. It makes it really wonderful. If you take out the leveling tray, you can see how nice and deep it is. You have to have airflow in here. So like if you took a pot and set it right on the bottom of there, the air couldn't flow underneath the pot. So you need a little trivet or something, and I use this. It just raises it up a ½ inch. So like if I was putting in a big pot, I could just set it right on that trivet. Or if I wanted to do a turkey, you could do like a 15 to 18 pound turkey in here. Just put it in a turkey bag, no pan, nothing, and just set it on your trivet. And it will be able to cook and go all the way around. Okay, I want to talk about using it for an emergency. Okay, I know that we all have a 90-day supply of food, right? Oh, wait, let me go back to this. When you buy the oven, it comes with all these pots and pans. You need your pans to be thin. You don't want to put in like a big cast iron. You can, it will work, but it'll take longer for the sun to spend heating that than it will for cooking the food. So you like nice and thin wares. Lids are good because as it steams, it will steam up your window. Oh, my glass is missing. In our hurricane weather, I thought, oh, it's hurricane, I better close this down. So, because I keep it up on my porch because my kids use it all day long. And I laid it down like that and I didn't hook it. And I'm guessing when we had 60-mile-an-hour winds that slammed down and broke my glass. It's a great company though, they'll replace it. So this one does not have a glass, but on the others over there they all do, so I'll show you. So these all come with it, and you want to get as much in there as you can. So you can stack. See, you have this pan, you could put something in there and then stack that on top of it. Okay? If you wanted to not use the lid for this one, you could put bread on top of that. You can put as much on that will fit in there, and it will cook all at the same time. It's really wonderful. Let me show you what I do. Just about every Sunday I make a roast. And I didn't have them, but I usually will buy baby carrots, and I just open the package and I drop them in all on the bottom of the pan. I put the carrots in first. Then I take my roast. I've even done it frozen. Take it out of the bag, I set it in, garlic salt, da-da-da-da-da. And I kid you not, this is how fast it is. And I tell you, red potatoes, don't have to peel nothing. And there is my Sunday meal, that fast. I make this bread, it's called soda bread.
How long do you cook that, Linda?
While I'm at church.
So it
But the
cooks in
thing
about 3
is,
hours?
yeah, but it could be done in 2. But I could cook it for 6 because it's not going to burn because it's cooking in its own juices. You don't need to add water, nothing more. I make a soda bread. Super easy. It's just self-rising flour, which you can make yourself or just buy the self-rising flour, and a can of soda. And it can be any, you don't want orange or grape or root beer, so any kind of clear soda. You just mix it all, it activates the baking soda, and you pour it in here.
How much flour do you use?
3 cups.
To a can of soda? That's cool.
3 cups to a can of soda. And then look, I can set that in my oven. Oh, wait, I would do it the other way. Okay. Oh, I put them in the wrong pans. Okay, sorry, but let's pretend.
Understand.
So there, I've got a roast and my bread cooking, all ready to go when I get home. Now, depending, let's say I go to church, I go for 3 hours, I take this, I bring it out, and I set it in my oven. Okay, the leveling tray balances it. I close my lid. And then I think, okay, it's 9 in the morning right now. I'll be home at 12. So the sun should be right about there. So I am going to turn this to like about 12 o'clock. So it starts cooking almost right away. It goes up to 200 degrees once you get it open. And then it will take it up, and usually when I get home it's cooking at about 325, 350, and it's wonderful. We pull it out, we eat it. I go deer hunting with my brother in November, and we have a cabin up in Colorado. So at 4 in the morning, I will take whatever it is we want. I set it in there, I get on the deck, we usually get home at 2, I put it like, okay, that should be about 2 o'clock. It's not rocket science. Nothing can burn, nothing can, you know, it can cook all day, except your baked goods. You know, you got to be a little more careful with them. But anything else just does it like that. And so we get home from deer hunting, hopefully all bloody and hairy, and our lunch is all ready and it's all good to go. The other thing is water. Say it's an emergency situation and you didn't store enough water. You can fill this with water, and this comes with it too. It's called a Whoppy, and it's goat wax in there. And what you do is you put it on like that, and you set it in with your water. And it just floats on the top. When it melts and goes down to the bottom, you know your water is completely purified and safe to drink. Because water has to be at a certain degrees for a certain amount of time. And, you know, say it's January, you know, you don't know exactly how long it's going to take to get your water purified. This cuts out the guesswork for you. And it's just wonderful because you can just get everything and just set it along your back wall and forget about it and just cook. Just have to make sure that if shade comes, you're still going to be in the sun. It also comes with these racks. They're called dehydrating racks. So you can dehydrate in here. All you do is you prop open your glass door so it's not steaming, you know, so it'll dry it out. Or they're cookie sheets, and you put your cookies there, you lay your next layer there, so you can stack your cookies high. Makes for a great thing. My next favorite thing, okay, you want dark pans, because if you put in some stainless steel, it's going to shine and draw away the rays, right? Walmart in their camping section has a lot of the dark, smaller items. But if you don't, and you have a pan that fits in there fine, black spray paint. Put the lid on it and spray, you don't have to do the bottom, just spray the sides and the top, and that'll do it. Don't spray the inside, not necessary. So just spray the outside so the heat, the dark can just absorb the heat, and it works wonderful. Now for emergency preparedness, everybody's got their 90-day supply, right? When I did mine, I thought a lot with my solar oven because I don't have to use fuel. So I got soups that you don't have to add water to either. So I am saving all my water and all my fuel for other things. So I like this soup. My son likes SpaghettiOs. My husband likes chili. So I open the lids, take them off, and I just set them right in here.
With the paper
labels on, no problem. And I set them there. Now the lids are off, so there's not a lot of shiny, but I don't want any shiny because I might want to get this warm fast, because then I can start cooking bread or purifying water. So, because it's got some shiny on it, just get a black towel and just lay on top of it. It won't affect the cooking. Actually, it will help the cooking because it'll continue to absorb. So there I've got soup. Okay, I'm going to put my 3 cups of flour in here and my can of this, and I'm going to put it in with it. And so, like that, I have soup and bread for lunch or dinner. No water, no energy. It's wonderful. It works out so well. And when I do my corn on the cob, I can take, well, you could probably fit 20 stalks of corn in here. But remember, you have to have the divot on the bottom so air can go through. But over here I have 8 stalks of corn, and you can't really put a lid on it, so it starts steaming and it'll steam up the glass. So every once in a while you have to open it and wipe the glass off and then close it. When you do that, you probably have to add an extra 10 minutes to your cooking time because you've let out all the heat, but no big deal. But when I put my corn, I will usually lay a black towel over it because then it's absorbing all the steam and I don't have to open my glass. The only other thing when you're cooking with these, if you want an exact time, about every 30 minutes you go out and you look at the sun and you just turn it that much to the sun. That's if you're looking to get something done, you know, really quick and stuff like that. All right, any questions with this part? Oh, we are having the cost for these is the same. You can't get discounts, but if you do group buys, you get free shipping. And somebody took my sign-up sheet. Oh, good. If you're interested and you want more information, write your name and email, and Debbie will send you the amount, the price, everything. It's somewhere around $260 and a little bit higher because there's a newer model. But like I said, any solar ovens usually will do the trick. These are just like so nice. Yes?
How many people do you have in your family right now? I
Right.
mean, like living in your house.
I have like 8.
How many solar ovens do you have?
I have 2.
And that will make, you can make an entire meal for 8 with 2 solar ovens?
Come over here and I'll show you. Okay, right here is my soda bread. Below it is 8 things of corn, and those are eggs. Hard-boiled eggs in 2 hours. And
That's so cool.
okay, thanks. They're not completely white. Like if you boil them on the stove, they're a little bit tanner. Tastes the same. They're wonderful. Isn't that great? No water,
It's great.
anything. Isn't that?
Now, did you soak your corn in water?
No,
to
if
give
you
them,
leave them in the husk, it will have all the moisture that it
so
needs.
you don't need to soak them,
But
pre-soak
see
them?
how
It
it's starting
steams.
to do that? When it does that, if I want, I can wipe it out. But see, I probably let out more steam than... But if I lay my towel in there,
It absorbs it.
it absorbs it. But you want to just stack as much as you can.
Smell that corn.
Yeah, you can,
I
huh?
can smell the brownies too.
Okay, this one is the newer model. It has a couple of things on it that help you direct it to the sun. You know, where you line the sun up through these holes. So, okay, this one. Okay, we've got brownies
Oh my goodness.
that are probably done. I would have to stick a fork in to see. And then here's my dinner. I've got 10 chicken thighs and red potatoes on the side and bottom.
Oh, I like that. It's got a an open leveler instead of a...
Uh-huh, that's
so
on the newer model.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's open. And if I wasn't cooking the brownies, I could put that glass lid on top and it would stop the steam. But because I want you guys to be able to see it, I think I'm gonna hold on those brownies. I think these need a little more. All right, so look, I've just done, when I'm done, that pan will be full of chicken juice, and so I will have chicken and gravy and brownies.
Wow. I like the new model. I have one, but that's why I wanted to ask how many you had, because I think 2 would probably be the best for any family. That way you
You know
can
what? You
make
really-
multiple things.
Even one would do it. You've got all day to cook.
Yeah, so you can make multiple things throughout the day.
Yeah, and this is the roast, and this will easily feed well, the roast is huge, so it'll feed a family of 8.
Wow.
Oh, it looks so
That
good.
is so scrumptious.
Oh,
And that's just been cooking for an hour and a half.
you sold me, Linda.
I thought you already had one.
I'm going to get one.
But
I don't
so
have one.
you can start with your morning meal, or sometimes, you know what I do is, this is Debbie's sheet. When you first get them, these are tied down real tight so they don't get messed up in shipping. So you're supposed to loosen them a little. And these haven't quite been loosened, so I have to push really hard to click it. But so yeah, if you stack, your best time for cooking is between 11 and 2. So sometimes, you know, in the old days when they had supper, it was like lunch. They had their big meal at lunch.
It's usually about 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
In an emergency situation, that's what I would do. I would switch my meals to my big meal being this, because I could have like 4 loaves of bread in there, and we could have lunch, and then really for dinner, we could just have bread and cheese or peanut butter and jelly or something a little easier for dinner.
Bread pudding.
Yeah. But I've made turkeys, I've made casseroles, I've bought frozen lasagnas, put them in there. They're in the foil, you know, so I just lay the black towel over them and cook frozen lasagnas. And they're wonderful, and my kids love it. They make macaroni and cheese. They just boil their water with the noodles in it and everything, and then mix everything up. And they're really great to have, because most of the time you're going to have sun. And when you have sun, you don't have to have all your fuels, gas, charcoals,
And water.
and hardly any water.
And it's easy.
And it's easy.
And cleanup is
A breeze. Unless you're like my son and spill it all over. But even then, it was no big deal. All right, any
These
other
are
questions?
beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Linda.
Now, this is the last class, right? There's one more? What time is it?
I think you've got 3 more, actually.
10:20.
We're only on our 3rd rotation.